Hey, here's a thought. I heard this expression the other day, and it took me a little. I've been saying it to myself a little bit, and I had to think a little bit about it. I don't have problems. I have subscriptions. It's like, what? Don't have problems, you have subscriptions. And I had a chance to talk with somebody about that. And I said, what do you think this means to you? And he said, well, Tom, it has to do with the narrative, right? It has to do with the stories we tell ourselves. The problems that we have are not outside of ourselves, they're inside. Like, oh yeah, okay, I get it. So it's, what are the things I've subscribed to? What are the magazines? What are the TV shows? What are the streaming things that are coming to me? It's the stuff that we listen to that makes the difference. But what are you listening to? Does it bring you joy? Does it bring you peace? Does it bring you a sense of I'm safe, I'm well, there's always enough, I live in abundance, or is it the sense of scarcity and the pressures and the tensions and the anxieties and that buzz, I'm not doing enough, I've got to do more, I've got to get going, I got to blah, 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 blah. I'm late for a very important date. Ultimately, it's a choice we're making. And I know some of you are going to say, wait a minute, Tom, you don't understand, blah, blah, and you're going to fill in the reason why you're tuned into that story. And if we had time, I would stop and we would go back through, where did you first hear that story? Or who told you that? Because either it's something you picked up from somebody or a parent that's been with you all this time, or it might be somebody you admire, and that's just the way they were, that's how they're wired, and you just picked up on, oh, that's a good idea. And you really didn't think through it. It's a choice. It's a choice to what stations are we tuned into, what are we listening to. Time to turn some of that stuff off. Now, I admit it's hard because if you're watching the news, it's filled with this. Oh my God, it's the only thing going. And it doesn't matter like which political camp you're in. You can be on the CNN side, you can be on the Fox side. It's all the same. And imagine, watch some kids play. When they're young enough, they sit there and have a bucket of sand and they're playing. They don't care if it's big enough, what anybody else thinks. They just make their sand castles, whatever they're going to do, or if it's little Legos, they start sticking stuff together. They're not following a map or a plan. They're just doing it, picking out different colors, sticking them together, and having a good time, having fun, just having fun. Now, if you're one of those people who have fun on a daily basis, good for you. You're already there. You're getting where I'm going. If you're not, if it's like you're getting up and it's the same old grind, or it's like, yeah, it's a different day, Tom, but it's the same old, you're missing the point. Each day, each moment is not the same old. It is filled, brimful of joy and peace and love and hope and more and better. I was listening to somebody the other day talking about going out to protest. And there was a time when I loved that. And I'm against this, and then it just occurred to me, what am I for? What if? The things in life that, you remember when we used to have just wired telephones? And then the TV was unwired. Now the TV's become wired and our phones become unwired. I think about that. But it's things shift and change when somebody comes up with something better. Instead of thinking how to overpower our enemy, what if we actually thought about, how do you win them over? How do we work together? And it isn't just finding common ground. It's how do you really, we're all human beings. We're going to be here maybe at best 100 years. I have actually a couple friends that are over 100, and I'm having lunch with one of them tomorrow, and he goes to work every day. So it's always fun. It's a very different perspective about life as a result of that. But you know, when you think about it, you're only here for this little nanosecond, really, in terms of the life of the planet. Really, what is killing you going to make any difference? Well, I'm at peace. I don't have to, you're not my enemy. It's like we're going to shift our borders a little bit. There's current conflict going on right now. We're all looking at. Really, that's going to make a difference? Well, when I'm free, when I'm under a political regime that I don't believe. I understand that. I think we should all be free. I get that. But then free to just do anything to anybody? Or is it free for the common good? How do we find the balance? Where is that? We sit down, we talk about it. Free to hurt another human being? No. Free to do whatever you want? It's up to a point. But if you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you're my next door neighbor and you're using light lasers and doing all kinds of stuff with all kinds of noise and keeping me up while I'm trying to sleep, I have to use a special headset to keep the noise out and things on my eyes to keep the light out. I'd say we got to find a different way to be. What if you did all that stuff inside and you can do it all night long? I mean, there's probably a solution to every problem, but not at the point where we're doing it. If the problem is I have more than enough, plus I want to take yours, then we probably have a problem. But as individuals, we just want to be at peace, want to be heard, want to be seen, want to be felt, want to be understood, like to be able to go home at some point. To find a different way, a different path. I think it begins with the question, well, what if? What if everybody had that? What if there were a solution to these problems that seem to be unsolvable? A very short time to be here. Why carry on feuds that are thousands of years old? Point. Well, anyway, that's not here. For us as individuals, for us in this community, what do we need to do to find peace and joy and happiness? Those issues that are out there going on, they're going to continue until they don't. But the ones that are inside, that we have all power over because it's in our head, it's in our hearts. And there's this wonderful heart math we talk about, the wonderful connection between head and heart, and finding that place where I can just go in and change the channel. I can stop the horror stories. I can stop the limitations and the negativity and all those things that we say about ourselves to ourselves, and move over to being a different kind of person where there's joy and peace and happiness. It's there. And no, you don't have to become a monk, but you may want to adopt some of the things of the monk. Take a little time in the morning, begin the day feeling grateful. Life didn't leave you. You're still here. Still opportunity. Still a chance. Embrace it. Welcome it. Step into it. Make a decision. Who do you want to be? How do you want to be today? And then delete and say no to anything and everything that may be out here in the environment saying and objecting to that. And that little voices, those voices inside and the old stories that are here, delete them. Time for no more. Commit to that path and believe that it will make a difference. I will guarantee you this, that before the end of the day, if you've been paying attention, there'll be a little whisper. There'll be something that says, hey, you, thank you, and an affirmation for the choice and change that you began to make in your life. It'll be confirmed in some way. You'll see a program where two people fall in love and it's genuine and it's real. You hear about couples that had difficulty and they put their life together, and now they're happily enjoying each other's company. It's there. The good news is there. It's just stopping all the noise and just getting quiet, focused, centered, plugging back into the source itself that's giving you this life moment by moment. You want to know some more about it? Have any questions about this? Again, in the comments and things, I look at those. We can discuss them. Feel free to reach out. But I heard a story the other day about a little girl who just was dancing away as if nobody was watching. And you just need to be a little bit more like that, just kind of singing as if no one's hearing, no one's listening. Just let the song come out. And if somebody does ask you and say, hey, maybe someday you'll be a dancer, you just say, stop and say, what do you mean someday? I am. And that's the key. Who are you? Who are you being? Who is that I am in you? Let's talk some. And in the meantime, I'm going to assume that you're doing this and just having a great day.